I want to suggest to you the concept that there are no weekends. So for those of you that have a goal that you really want to achieve, and this could be in business or, your body, or it could be you want to learn something like a language or anything like that. Maybe you've got a side hustle, who knows? There is no weekend. Now, what I mean by that is from childhood, we're raised to go 5 days on, 2 days off, 5 days on, 2 days off. Primary school, secondary school, tertiary education if you go there, or straight into the workforce. Most of us are we're sort of conditioned to go, okay, we work for 5 days, then we rest for 2. Now, that's just one of the sort of things that we're conditioned to believe. We're conditioned to believe that we need 8 hours, and maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe you need less. What I'm getting at is that if you just accept these concepts as the given, then that's where your life's going to be. Now, in terms of sleep, maybe you do need 8, but maybe you only need 7, maybe you need 10. The same thing with the weekends. Why should you stop working and going for your goals on the weekend? Why not use that time to your advantage to get yourself to where you want to be? Why not take that time to learn a language or to exercise or to pursue a hobby? Same thing after work. There's that idea of like, oh, I'm done with work, now I go home and rest. Why? Why do we just accept that that's the case? Maybe you do need to go home and rest, but maybe you've got the energy to keep going. Can you get up and exercise in the morning? Can you get up and read a book? So in order to combat this, one thing that I like to do is to review my week. Let's say, write down a list Monday to Sunday and work out where am I just wasting time with resting or relaxing. And I'll work it out, put it there and work out how much I'm using on each day. Now, from there, I'm not just going to cut it and just get rid of all rest time because, you can't change a habit overnight. You have to go very slowly. So I'll cut it by a third. So let's say on a Monday night, I watch TV or play video games or whatever for an hour after work. Let's cut that down by a third. So now I've got 20 minutes to play with. I'm still going to rest for 40, but I'm going to work for 20. And that 20 minutes could be exercise, just push-ups, burpees, whatever. Or it could be reading, or it could be learning a language, or practicing guitar, or whatever. The point is that I'm going to cut each rest period by a third. Do that for a month or 2. Then I'll reevaluate again. Cut it by a third again. Adding that extra time to this work output. That extra third of time, cutting down each time, could go to exercise, to diet, to cooking, to reading, to doing anything that you want to get in. Eventually you'll get to a stage where you've worked out how much rest you actually need, how much time you actually need in downtime. Once you've got to that, don't cut anymore because you're performing at that optimal level. But until then, there are no weekends. Cut down by a third, keep cutting down by a third, work out where you work optimally and keep going. Now, if you like this tip, it's going to be featured in my next book, How to Get Your Shit Together. That's what's on the wall behind me right now. I've got the chapters lined up. I work fairly visually, so I like to be able to play around with it and see on sort of a visual medium where it's going. That's just how I work. Other people work differently. So if you like this tip, I want you to head over to my website at zachary-phillips.com/getyourstogether, and from there you'll be able to read a bit more about it. And if you want to be notified when it's released, put your email there in the email subscription, and that way I can let you know directly as soon as it's out and you'll be the first to know. On top of that, if you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Zach P. Phillips. So, let me know. How are you going to get the most out of your time? Has this technique worked for you? And yeah, just communicate with me and I'll get back to you. Thanks.